Jake's English Odyssey, From Failure to Fluency in 5 Months. My name is Jake, and I'm 26 years old. I hail from the vibrant streets of Sao Paulo, Brazil, where the rhythm of samba pulses through the air and the aroma of fresh feijoada fills the kitchens. 5 months ago, I couldn't string together a single coherent sentence in English without my mind grinding to a halt. Simple phrases like, "How are you?" would leave me fumbling, my tongue twisted in knots as I desperately translated from Portuguese in my head. I was utterly lost, trapped in a linguistic fog that made me feel isolated in a world growing ever more connected. But today, I'm here to share my transformation, not just as a tale of personal triumph, but as a blueprint for anyone who's ever stared at their reflection, frustrated and embarrassed by their inability to express themselves in English. This isn't merely my story. It's yours too. If you've ever felt that stinging shame of stumbling over words in a conversation or watched opportunities slip away because of a language barrier, then keep reading. I was exactly where you are, defeated, doubtful, and desperate for change. But I promise, if you follow my journey step by step, you'll uncover the exact methods that propelled me from zero to fluent in just 5 months. No exorbitant courses, no relocation to an English-speaking haven, no wasted hours on ineffective drills. Just a practical, real-world system that works. Let's rewind to the beginning, because my path didn't ignite with inspiration. It erupted from a colossal failure that reshaped my entire life. The catalyst, a humiliating interview. Picture this. It's a humid afternoon in Sao Paulo, the kind where the sun beats down relentlessly, turning the city into a steaming cauldron. I'm in my small apartment, surrounded by stacks of coding books and a laptop humming with unfinished projects. I've always been passionate about software engineering. From a young age, I'd tinker with computers, writing simple programs that made my friends' jaws drop. I honed my skills through late nights and weekends, sacrificing social outings for lines of code. My dream? To work for a major tech giant in the United States, where innovation thrives and salaries reflect the value of your expertise. After years of grinding, building apps, contributing to open source projects, and earning certifications, I finally spotted my golden ticket. A recruiter from a prestigious Silicon Valley firm emailed me, "Congratulations, Jake, you've been selected for an interview." My heart raced. I envisioned a new life, skyscrapers piercing the San Francisco skyline, collaborating with brilliant minds, and earning enough to support my family back home. I prepared meticulously for the technical aspects, rehearsing algorithms and debugging scenarios until they were second nature. But the interview day arrived like a storm cloud. I logged into Zoom, my palms slick with sweat. 3 interviewers appeared on screen. Sharp, professional, all native English speakers with accents as smooth as polished glass. They dove right in, their words tumbling out at what felt like warp speed. "Jake, can you tell us a bit about yourself and your experience in software development?" The question hung in the virtual air, simple yet paralyzing. I froze. In my mind, I knew the answer. Years of experience, successful projects, a passion for problem solving. But my mouth betrayed me. Yes, I am, software, I do coding, many projects, good. I am very good. The words clunked out like rusty machinery, awkward and incomplete. Their faces remained polite, but the silence that followed was deafening, a chasm of judgment. They pressed on with more questions about my portfolio, but I couldn't keep up. My brain scrambled to translate, leaving me mute or mumbling incoherently. In the end, one interviewer offered a sympathetic smile. "All right, Jake, thank you for your time." The call ended, and I sat there, staring at my screen, the weight of failure crushing me. I didn't get the job. Not because my coding skills were lacking, but because English, that invisible gatekeeper, had barred my entry. That night, tears of frustration streamed down my face. I felt ashamed, not just of the interview, but of years wasted pretending English wasn't essential.
I'll just excel in my field, I'd told myself. But now the truth was glaring. Without English, I was invisible in the global arena. That rock bottom moment became my turning point. Lying in bed, staring at the ceiling fan, whirring lazily, I made a vow. I'd master English, and I'd do it swiftly. No more excuses. But where to start? Most people rush to enroll in pricey courses, but I'd been there before. A year prior, I'd shelled out for an online class, enduring monotonous vocabulary drills and grammar worksheets. After 3 months, I could recite rules, but a real conversation, forget it. I still choked. Expensive classes weren't the solution. I needed a raw, effective system tailored for real-life fluency.
The foundation, the first 15 days, building basics without new words. The biggest myth in language learning is that more vocabulary equals fluency. I fell for it too, convinced that cramming 1,000 words would unlock effortless speech. But reality check, I already knew hundreds of words from school and media, yet I couldn't use them fluidly. So for the initial 15 days, I banned new vocabulary. Instead, I focused on weaponizing what I already had, turning dormant knowledge into active tools. Step 1, the survival sentence list. I sat at my kitchen table, coffee in hand, brainstorming phrases essential for daily life. Not fancy jargon, but practical lifelines. I compiled 50 simple sentences. Hi, how are you? Can you repeat that? I don't understand. I'm learning English. I need a coffee, please. What's your name? Where is the bathroom? Thank you very much. I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Every morning, before the city awoke, I'd stand in front of the mirror and recite them aloud, 10 times each. At first, my pronunciation was clunky, my tongue rebelling against unfamiliar sounds. But by day 5, they flowed automatically, like muscle memory. This wasn't rote memorization. It was immersion in utility. These sentences became my armor, shielding me from the panic of blanking out in conversations. I expanded to situational ones. I'm from Brazil. I work as a software engineer. I love coding. Repeating them built confidence, proving I could communicate basics without mental gymnastics. Step 2, solo conversations. This felt absurd at first, but it was revolutionary. Whenever alone, in the shower, cooking, or walking to the market, I narrated my actions in English. I'm turning on the water. It's warm today. I feel refreshed. In the kitchen, I'm cracking eggs. They smell fresh. I'll add salt and pepper. At first, I whispered, self-conscious even in solitude, but soon it became liberating, a private rehearsal space where judgment didn't exist. This practice rewired my brain. Instead of thinking in Portuguese and translating, English thoughts emerged organically. After a week, I'd catch myself muttering in English unconsciously, a sign of progress. It was empowering, turning mundane routines into language labs. Step 3, emotional echoing. Each day, I'd select 5 sentences from movies or YouTube clips, real native dialogues, not just reading them, but mimicking with precision, speed, intonation, emotion. For instance, from a comedy, "What on earth are you doing?" I'd repeat it 10 times, channeling the exasperation. This honed my accent, making me sound less robotic and more natural. By day 15, a shift occurred. Basic sentences escaped my lips without hesitation. No more internal translation delays. Confidence bloomed, but I knew this was merely the foundation. Fluency demanded deeper waters, real conversations, comprehension, and nuance. The core, months 1 to 3, the real practice phase. With basics solidified, I dove into intensive practice. My goal? Fluent conversations, understanding natives at full speed, and thinking in English. I devised the question-answer method to combat slow sentence assembly. Here's the drill. Pose a simple English question to myself, answer immediately, then expand iteratively. No overthinking, just flow. Example, what did you do today? Initial response, I worked. Expand, I worked on my project. Further, I worked on my project for 3 hours. Deeper, I worked on my project for 3 hours, then took a break. Richest. I worked on my project for 3 hours, then took a break and had some coffee. It was refreshing. I practiced 30 minutes daily, varying questions. What did you eat for breakfast? Why do you like coding? This built complexity, training my brain for spontaneous elaboration. Sentences lengthened, hesitation vanished. Pronunciation plagued me. My Brazilian accent thickened words, making me self-conscious. Enter the echo technique. I'd source audio from movies, podcasts, or YouTube. Pause after each sentence, replicate exactly tone, pace, emotion. From a film, I don't know what you're talking about. I'd echo, adjusting until my voice mirrored the actor's. A podcast snippet. It was a beautiful day, so I decided to go for a walk. Repeat 10 times. Daily 30-minute sessions transformed my speech. Natives later complimented, "Your English sounds so natural." It was validating, erasing my foreign twang. Vocabulary expansion needed smarts, not lists. The story method. 5 new words daily, woven into a short tale, read aloud 10 times, then used in real talk. Words: excited, invitation, party, arrive, surprise. Story. I was very excited because I received an invitation to a big party. When I arrived, I got a huge surprise. It was my birthday party. After 3 months, 1,000 plus words integrated effortlessly. To banish native language thinking, I described surroundings in English. The sky is blue. People are rushing. That woman has a red bag. Internal Q&A. What am I doing? I'm typing code, feeling focused. Nightly journaling. Simple at first. Today, I coded. Evolving to detailed entries. Today, I tackled a bug in my app. It was frustrating, but solving it felt triumphant. A non-negotiable rule. 2 hours of English daily. Talking to myself during chores, narrating walks. If lazy, I'd recall, English is my future. Consistency compounded. Grammar books bored me, so I learned organically, noting real usage. I've been learning versus school-taught I am learning. I researched tenses' practical applications. Present perfect for ongoing actions. Prepositions notebook. On the bus, in the car. At night, in the morning. Examples clarified confusion. Daily diary writing evolved. From today I went to work to sophisticated narratives mimicking blogs. Shadowing videos. Repeating in real time sharpened pronunciation and rhythm. Movies with subtitles. Pause, repeat sentences, focusing on delivery. This made English rhythmic, not rigid. Building confidence. Embracing mistakes. English fluency hinges on confidence. I vowed to speak fearlessly. At stores, how much is this? With friends, casual chats. Mistakes happened, but people understood, boosting morale. Facing natives terrified me. Strategy: prepare 10 topics. How was your day? Practice answers. Joined online language groups. Nervous initially, but camaraderie eased fears. Friendships formed. Practice became enjoyable. The pinnacle, month 4-5. Breakthrough and triumph. Confidence surged. Mirror talks flowed seamlessly, no hesitation. Tested in deep discussions, online forums on tech, culture, words poured naturally. Comprehension soared. Reapplied for the dream job. Interview. Poised, articulate. Tell us about yourself. I shared my journey fluently. Impressed, they offered the position, $5,000 monthly salary. The call? Overwhelmed, I called my parents. Tears flowed. First paycheck, watch for dad, necklace for mom. Their pride? Priceless. Key lessons. Your roadmap to fluency. Mindset mastery. Believe it's possible. Shift from I'm bad to I'm improving. Immersion. Change phone language, consume English media, name objects aloud. Fearless speaking. Talk daily, embrace errors. Active listening. Shadow for accent. Contextual vocabulary. Phrases over words. Natural grammar. Learn via use. Consistency. Daily action, no perfection wait. This journey wasn't easy, but it's replicable. Start today. Your fluent future awaits.
Thank you for watching this videos. If you found this video insightful, please like, subscribe, and share it with others. Please share in the comments if you liked our video.